Welcome back, Verse, to another reaction video. That's right, today we're going to be reacting to Marvel's new trailer of the Thunderbolts. Now, I'm going to go in right off the bat so a lot of nerds don't get butthurt and start nagging me in the comment section, alright? Because I can't believe how specific I have to be, so I'm going to have to just clarify where I'm at certain projects just so that way people can stop raging for no freaking reason, okay? First of all, the Super Bowl. I want to talk about that. Super Bowl just passed by. Eagles won. And when it comes to the Super Bowl, not everyone's a fan, but people do watch the Super Bowl for two other reasons that I know of. One, the halftime show, obviously, which I loved. And then two, commercials. The Super Bowl obviously is a huge marketing tool to promote upcoming projects that are coming, as well as movies, right? And for the movie industry, Marvel clearly got involved, and we saw two projects that they promoted. A quick 30-second spotlight for Captain America Brave New World, good luck with that one. And then we got the Thunderbolts, right? Second trailer just came out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Verse, I have seen the first trailer. I did do a reaction video to it, but unfortunately I had to cancel it because I didn't have enough time. Something came up during the time and I just couldn't do it. But I do remember my reaction to it, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't hyped about it. I really wasn't. And yeah, not really much of a Marvel fan, right? But honestly, it wasn't because it was a Marvel property. It just didn't come off as investing to me. From what I know, right? I know that the Thunderbolts are basically Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad, right? I don't know necessarily who's been in the squad. I don't know most of the characters. I know the only characters are basically side characters or villains that have been in the movies as well as the TV shows on Disney+. I know that. I know that one of the characters that I am happy to see in it is Bucky. You know, like, he's a character that I do like, but I'm not really like, oh my gosh, the Thunderbolts, as well as the others. I've even had friends who are like hardcore comic fans who literally told me like, yeah, like the Thunderbolts are cool, but honestly this version of characters, because of the real life aspect of it, they're just not that meh. You know, that's what I heard. And I was like, oh really? Okay. So I'm kind of curious to know who's been in the Thunderbolts in the comics, right? I am curious about that. But again, never read a Thunderbolt comic. I don't know. So I'm just telling you my perspective of where I'm at. But since the second trailer came out, I thought it'd be an opportunity for me to react to it to see what else they bring out here and to give you guys a better perspective, right? Hopefully it'll convince me to really get excited about it because the first one just didn't do it. But yeah, Verse, with that said, let's get to it.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers...
They're Amanda Waller, I guess. It's kind of obvious.
Who will keep the American people safe?
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us can
Okay.
fly? So what, do we all just punch and shoot? I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Speed, John, stop!
Where were you?
Where are you?
Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you could do something about it now, or live with it forever.
Things could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
Who's the
You can't do
villain?
this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you. This has makings of teams that can raise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes.
They keep showing that scene over and over at that Times Square, I think.
With a little giddy toy.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else be driving.
Okay, so my thoughts on the Thunderbolts second trailer. I can get more into a clarification in this one because there's a lot to talk about. I saw the first trailer. I thought it was really disinteresting. I personally watched it and I was just like, eh. Am I being honest with you? I want to say positive and negatives, but, well, okay, there is one positive. Bucky, you know? Like I said, I do like the character of Bucky. And honestly, from the trailer, he had, like, the best scenes from what I just watched right now. He had, like, the best action scenes, even the funny scene, like, when he put his hand in the dishwasher. I was like, can you imagine putting a high-tech arm in the dishwasher? Like, what? Are you just putting it on? Like, alright, there you go, it's clean. So that was stupid, but like, funny though, funny. I'll give it that, like, something like that was funny. Everything else though, the other characters, you know, the vibe of the film, you know, it's not there. I'm sorry, it comes off very meh. It just seems like a generic Marvel movie. It just doesn't come off as interesting as like the Fantastic Four trailer that I just watched recently, right? I had more fun watching that trailer than I did this one. I noticed that they kept showing the same scene over and over. My question is, how long is this film? Is it 2 hours or is it under that? Honestly, with some of these characters, just already, it doesn't seem like there's really any chemistry here. I've asked friends of mine who are hardcore Marvel fans, right? Especially of the films, right? Some of them watch the films and some of them don't read comics. Some of them read the comics and they watch the films. From what they told me about the Thunderbolts, they basically said that the comics are way better, mainly because of the fact that there have been more interesting characters involved in the Thunderbolts, where here, the characters are pretty meh, you know, they're not that interesting. They weren't that popular to begin with. I've heard maybe like three characters are popular, right? But the majority of them are just kind of there. And it does feel that way, really. I don't care about most of these characters, really. I like Bucky. I like Natasha's sister. I thought she's cool. I kind of like the Captain America ripoff guy. You know, I don't know his name. Again, I'm not a Marvel guy. I don't know some of these characters, okay? So calm down. I think he's alright. I liked him in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. You know, I thought he was interesting. There's really no hype here. It's just kind of there, honestly. The humor seems like the same type of Marvel humor you've heard before. Like, there's nothing that's too funny except for like one joke that got me giggling a little bit. I'll give it that, but that's it. It doesn't come off as fun either. It's just another Marvel film. I don't even know who the villain. I'm very confused on who the villain is. I don't even understand this villain's powers. I see him like waving his hand or her hand and things are disappearing into the shadow and that's it. That's all I know. I don't know. There's that. If I'm being honest with you, Verse, if you were to compare this to the Suicide Squad trailers, right? Despite how you may feel about those films, those trailers have more fun and have more of a personality than the Thunderbolts trailers. Even the David Ayer one, right? Those trailers were fun to watch. A lot of here and there to say about the film, of course, but the trailers were fun. I still remember those trailers, right? Especially the very first one. And after I made my first reaction, even though I didn't do it, I watched other people to see if they had the same type of feel to it. Yeah, a majority of them did. Some people were excited. I don't know why, but they were. But a majority of people who I watched react to the trailer also felt the same way, that there really wasn't much there. They weren't really excited for it. Who put this here? Did Marvel just say, look, you know, if there's one thing about the DCEU that people did like was the Suicide Squad, right? So we gotta make our own version of that, and this is what you put together, just a bunch of side characters that were pretty meh in the first place. So, I don't know, man. I'm not really excited about the Thunderbolts, really. I mean, let me know. I'm honestly curious to know what you guys think. I'm trying to think of anything else with this film that I noticed or that I can go on. I mean, visuals look okay, you know, same old, but there's really nothing here that stands out. I'm not trying to be negative. Like, I'm trying to think of positives, but there's really nothing much here, you know? They got their own version of Amanda Waller from the way how it looks and sounds at this point. It's just a knockoff in a way. And yes, I understand the Thunderbolts have had a lot of stuff in the comics, you know? I don't know if the Suicide Squad came first or if it was the Thunderbolts. I don't know. I'm not going that far back to the comics. I don't know all that, so just calm the fuck down, okay? So, with that said though, Verse, if you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification for more content as always. Look forward to the next video, Verse, and with that said, I'll see you next time. Later, Verse.